One of the things I really like about this chapter is Theta trying to assassinate the fourth prince. Like we see the panels where her face completely disappears. It's it's kind of like, I guess, she's trying to hide her bloodlust and like not trying to awaken the prince from his Zetsu state. And I really like that touch where like we can't really see her face, like what kind of emotion, what kind of reaction or like face she's making when she's trying to kill the prince. And like it's completely opposite to the personality of Theta, where like Theta doesn't really want to kill anybody and stuff like that. And and it's just very interesting to see how like she gets awakened by the freaking announcement of the banquet, where she gets back to her senses again. And it's very very alluring. And another thing about, I guess it's not really like a solid theory, I guess we can settle on, but it is something we can ponder on. It's the one where we see that her bandage uh, on her cheek, it just disappears for a few seconds there, like on this page, that page, and this page. Like we do not see her bandage at all. Like it just disappeared. So maybe like and we see back, and we see on this page, and then like it's back on her cheek. So it's really interesting to see, like maybe there's something to do with that. Maybe the disappearance of her cheek is something like a nen condition, like the it might be like a, like the residue nen condition, even after the nen beast disappeared, like her remnants of nen still remains from that scar. So maybe that can be one of the theories that we can ponder on. But it can also, on the flip side, be like an just odd error. To be honest, like lately Togashi has been making a lot of odd errors where the girl's scar just disappears, or the room number of Sale Sale, it just yeah, there are a lot of errors he had made in past. So I'm not sure if it's either or, I don't know. Like it's interesting to think about it. But this this disappearing of bandage happens on such a pivotal moment, and then he goes back and then fixes it on this page, that I'm like reluctant to think like it might be like an intentional choice, but I'm also not sure if it is or not. We'll just have to see on the next chapter. The other interesting thing about this chapter I found is the body position Theta makes while she falls on the ground. If you compare that page and the situation to Kurapika's page, like it's not one-to-one like similarity, but like to the situation, but it is a one-to-one similarity to the pose where Kurapika falls on the ground and Theta falls on the ground. The body position is exactly the same if you look at it. And while I say like the situation is similar, I'm kind of like talking about like the way this bodyguard kind of like, your highness, this is all a little bit worrying, dot dot dot. He doesn't kind of like finishes his sentence, and that kind of like parallels with the way I forgot his name, oh no, Kurapika's partner, like he's also like trying to explain to Kurapika like what third Prince Zhangle is like talking about to them, and then like he also doesn't finish his sentence. So it's very interesting to see like maybe this can be like a possible parallel to like Theta and Kurapika's involve like intertwining of fate in the future, because it already has like intertwined, because in the past, like the reason why Theta got the scar is because of Kurapika, because Kurapika made that message, and that's how Kurapika also like said he can teach the people the Nen in about 2 weeks, and that's how Prince got like a vibe of betrayal from Theta, and that's how Theta got her scar. So these two characters, Kurapika and Theta's fate has already been intertwined, but maybe this is like another like nod of like in the future they will cross path, because we know Fourth Prince and Kurapika will cross path, but we're not sure if Theta's will cross path too. So I don't really know what to make of these parallels, because Togashi have made this kind of parallels in previous chapters with Hulkenberg and damn, I keep forgetting their names. Okay, Hulkenberg and Benjamin, yeah. So I think it's an intentional thing also, so it's very interesting to see. I do not know what kind of thing Togashi is trying to pull from this, but yeah, it's just my observation of it. The other thing to worry about is obviously the status of Melody, because we don't really know what is gonna happen to her, because at this point I'm pretty sure all the Nen users have like a vague idea of like it is because of the music that we were like in a state of hypnotism or a trance, and because of this, like it may cause some trouble to Melody. And the invitation of Fourth Prince to Melody is something I really want to talk about, because it kind of seems like the Fourth Prince want to dig more into like what Melody's plan is regarding all this mess. And this is not the first time the Fourth Prince has used invitation, because if we go back to I don't know 30 plus chapters, we can see like the Fourth Prince invites other people through a guy named Mark, like those two girls, and then the two girls come and then he just slaughters them. So the invitation might be a Nen condition. The invitation might be like a Nen condition of some sort, or it can be just a simple like strategizing and then trying to learn what the enemy's intention is, like what is Melody's intention in this succession war and stuff like that. It can be as simple as that, or it might be like a Nen condition of some sort. And let's not forget that the Fourth Prince also has like another Nen beast that we have no idea about, that Togashi revealed like the last chapter. So maybe that Nen beast has a ability to resurrect the prince or something, because this arc there are a lot of resurrection, with Hisoka's resurrection, with Kami's resurrection, Nen becoming really strong after that. That is one of the aspect that is like really important in this arc. So I can see like that possibility being really like plausible in this situation, so it's not out of the possibility. So we can just see what happens in upcoming chapters. Other than that, I don't really have anything more to add to this chapter. It's very like straightforward of what it's trying to tell, and I'm kind of like confused with the timeline of what is happening at what time. Kind of like last chapter we saw Melody play the music and the fourth prince got stunned at the same time, but this chapter clearly contradicts that statement by that situation by showing us that Theta killed the prince before even the music started. So there are clear contradiction, so I'm not sure what to make of it just yet, so we'll just have to wait till next chapter of what's gonna happen. So yeah, this chapter was pretty good, and let's just see what happens in the next chapter. And if you like my review of this chapter, just click like, comment, and subscribe. That's all.